exposure is what our culture is doing really, really at a fast pace right now on the internet with everybody. And it's going to be to the point where no one's going to be able to trust anybody. No one's going to be able to share moments with anybody. No one's going to, everything, every movie, every tape, every text is going to be used against. And it's just, it
It's
is
all
what it
content.
is.
Sucks.
It's
It's all
all, yeah,
content.
I mean, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? This is, we're going into the Sodom and Gomorrah phase of the internet. Like a lot of foul shit happening, and it's only the strong going to survive.
Real life.
If it ain't real life, just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
What are your thoughts on this new allegation with Joe Budden and apparently being in the
Joe
hallway
No
of his
Buttons.
building
Joe
in the
No
nude?
Buttons. At least I had drawers on when the police came. This nigga,
And
first of all, he's a streaker. I'm old. You know what a streaker is?
yes.
I don't know.
I
What is
heard
that?
Someone
Joe's gonna.
who
I heard Joe's gonna run butt naked across the Super Bowl at halftime. I heard he's getting ready to do that. Like Joe, no, but like I don't, bro. Like, see the thing with Joe and Joe's fans and Joe's people that sit with him. Joe's so hip hop bougie, nigga. Why the fuck is you butt naked trying to press somebody else's code to get in their crib, Mister? This nigga was butterball naked going into the lady's crib, and her and her daughter's looking at the ring camera, and this nigga's butt ass naked. Like, what the fuck was he on? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an older guy. I didn't, what I'm saying? We a little fun here, but man, not that much fun. Joe, no
and I
buttons.
think he allegedly
It's
claims
not
that he was
allegedly at this point.
sleepwalking.
It is not allegedly. There are police reports. There are reports have been given. Mug shots have been taken. This shit is not allegedly. you know, I guess we'll have to wait and see
He
what
says that he was
happens.
sleepwalking
Get the
and
fuck out of
apparently
here.
this isn't
Man,
his
yo,
first
bro.
time.
Well, how come you didn't sleepwalk to the old lady's apartment or to the fat chick down the hallway or up to the man's apartment? Why are you going to the lady's apartment that looks like something though? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like was your sleepwalk programmed to go to the apartment with the chick that looked the best in the hall? How come you didn't go to like Leroy's apartment? That would have been even worse. So let me stop that. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. Hey, look, man. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? What we really want, all jokes aside, is his health to be good and that he's mentally all right. You know what I'm saying? We wish him the best on whatever that is. And if it is some type of substance or whatever, that he gets the help he needs. And you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't like that. But oh no, he talk about everybody else. Mr. Flasher. She was gonna answer the door. He didn't even have to go. He went up there like this. That nigga heard Roman horns in the background. That nigga thought he was in Caligula. He thought Joe thought he was going out there and hear ye. Hey, Flip, what you got to say about that, Flip? Oh shit. Oh man, you gotta love it though. You gotta love it. Hey, listen, man. Motherfuckers have fun with the Z stuff. I'm gonna have my fun too. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that.
So apparently a lot of Love and Hip Hop cast members are trending. Because Princess Love uh apparently goes through Ray J's phone and finds alleged proof that he and Sukihana have been fooling around. And she contacts Suki, sends her screenshots, sends
Mm,
pictures, whole 9 yards, and
yeah.
Suki takes it public. Suki posts it, exposing Princess Love, who claims that her and Ray J aren't even a thing. What are your thoughts on that? There was apparently, he was wearing her chain. There was some substance on his t-shirt. He never brushed his teeth or washed his hands after or something of another.
Yeah, he said he still left the juice on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's savagery 101 right there. You know what I'm saying? That's on the first page of savagery. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so good, I'm gonna leave the juice. I want to smell it all day. You know? Yeah, I mean, listen, Ray J's one of the original wild boys out here. A lot of people don't know that I gave Ray J his first, I think, one, if not the first television opportunity when he hosted the Source Sound Lab, and he came on UPN 33 every Saturday. I don't know if people remember that. Shout out to Jeff two times, Dave Mays, the whole Source thing. Yeah, Ray J was the host. It was like our version of Soul Train, hip hop's Soul Train. And we was a bunch of people. We'd have guests come in and perform. I remember Nas performed. We had Dog Pound. A lot of people performed, and Ray J was the host. It was Ray J in Egypt. Egypt. She's on the home. I think Egypt does stuff with houses now. If y'all know Egypt, but yeah, yeah. So, but Ray J's one of the original wild boys out there. So I don't put nothing past Ray. The thing is, how did Princess get in Ray J's phone? How did she get in his phone? Did he leave it there accidentally? You know what I'm saying? Was he sleeping like this, and she just took it and just went like that? Because you could do that. Like if a nigga sleep with his eyes open, you could just rub that bitch over the face and that thing open right up. Did you know that? Rook, did you know that?
No.
Rook, don't sleep with your eyes open, Rook. I'm wondering. I'm just wondering how she got in the phone. Now, as far as Ray J and Suki, I mean, they grown. If Ray J's not with Princess, they grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ray J's a boss. Suki, he just signed to it. I mean, taking her shopping with bags and everything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? B equals C. D E F.
Do you think that do
H
you feel
I
like
J.
Suki was wrong for like exposing that? Do you feel like Suki was wrong for exposing the conversation between her and Princess?
No, I mean, if Princess is exposing shit, then of course it's gonna be like first of all, exposure is the new shit right now. I want everybody to know. Be careful who you vent to, be careful who you talk to, be careful who you text to. Even if you think you're close to him or her, a year down the line, y'all might not be, and that's just coming out. If anything, 2024 can teach everybody on here a lesson that's looking is to be more private. Because if you don't, you're gonna get exposed. Exposure is the new thing, exposure is what our culture is doing really, really at a fast pace right now on the internet with everybody. And it's gonna be to the point where no one's gonna be able to trust anybody. No one's gonna be able to share moments with anybody. No one's gonna everything, every movie, every sex tape, every text is gonna be used against. And it's just, it
It's
is
all
what it
content.
is.
Sucks.
It's
It's all
all, yeah,
content.
I mean, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? This is we're going into the Sodom and Gomorrah phase of the internet. Like a lot of foul shit's happening, and it's only the strong gonna survive. Yeah.
So, Fat Joe,
Hmm.
what's going on there?
I
What's
think Joe.
going on there?
I think Joe needs
Is
to.
there something going on?
Joe needs. Joe's been talking a lot on the internet, and sometimes when you talk a lot, you could say you could have clips that say that you're saying 99 dope 999 things that make sense and that are dope and that the people are taking to you for, but there's going to be one that could damage the fuck out of you. And me being, I'm a quarter Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? May God rest my grandmother, Eloisa Torres. She was born in Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. And, you know, Joe in the Bronx, what people got to realize, first people got to realize this. The Bronx, New York in the 70s when hip hop was first born was comprised of a lot of people from the Caribbean. A lot of people from the Caribbean were moving to New York for a better life. And that's a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Trinidadians, Puerto Ricans, a real melting pot. The Bronx in the 70s was a real melting pot. It also was one of the poorest boroughs and cities in the whole country at the time. I mean, just the real, the Bronx was tough. It was rough. If you ever go back and look at YouTube videos of the Bronx. So Joe grew up in a melting pot of Black, Puerto Rican, Spanish, everybody, Jamaican, and that's what made hip hop ultimately. Puerto Ricans were focused more on the graffiti side of it and the breakdancing, and a lot of them were DJs of a lot of dope crews. That's true. And there was a few MCs. It's just that Black people were the predominant race of it. But back then, nobody was looking at a Puerto Rican and be like saying you didn't belong. Nobody did that. Everybody really wasn't looking at race like that. Puerto Ricans and Blacks were everybody was poor. You was poor first before a motherfucker looked at your skin color. You was poor. You was struggling. So on that, I understand what Joe's going through as far as, look, I've been down with this, but this is the internet world, and it's also a new generation. And what Joe has to be careful is how he words things, is how it comes across. He has to be careful on how it comes across because people do. Yeah, because people do get offended. And I think what he said, I don't know if he said it with any malice, but for sure what he said was wrong. He should come back and kind of reword it. And I see what him and from Brand Nubian was Lord Jamal going through, and Joe made another statement that was kind of probably taken out of context when he's saying, look, you're broke. So in other words, if somebody doesn't have as much money as him, then their opinions don't count. And unfortunately, that's the thinking of a lot of people right now. People try to use the fact that they have money to kind of quantify if their word means, and to quantify if their word means more than what a person who doesn't have any money means. And that's just not true. I just don't agree with him on both ends. But I can side with him when in his mind, when he's coming up in the Bronx and he's coming up around so many Black guys and he's seeing it merge. But then he's a proud Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans are proud of their heritage. But when you're in a situation like that, the best thing to do is just be politically correct. You can't say what's always on your mind because you're gonna insult a whole race and you don't want to do that.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.